Hello and welcome to today's video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing these 8-foot fluorescent tubes I have, and later in the video I'll be firing them up in my 8-foot twin ballasted light. But first I think we'll go through the tubes. Two of them came with a light and you've seen these in a previous video. I'll leave a link at the end so you can see it. Shows you the insides of the switch start light batten that I'll be using. These are, or were, very common in the UK, this design. We did have the rapid start version as well, but this is the ones that use starters. So I believe the oldest tube is the one at the bottom, which is an F100W/35, so that's the colour 35. It was made in Great Britain by General Electric or GE. It has some dots marking out its date, and I believe this is the oldest tube. It is damaged slightly on the end cap, which I'll show in a minute, but still works. The middle tube I believe is a newer one, but I'm not too sure from how long ago. And it says Philips, made in UK, Philips logo, 8-foot 100Watt/35. And this one says krypton switch start. It has a dot and HG, which I believe is a date. Again, not sure how old this one is. This one is slightly darker than the other two, but again, still works absolutely fine. And finally, there's the tube at the top, which is got a very, very modern edge on it. And all it says is F100 T12 835 with a CE again, and a litter bin, and a word at the end which says RoHS. Now I think this one is made in China, not 100% sure. The tube is damaged at one end, and I believe that this brand new tube was thrown away because when they tried to fit it in the light fitting, one of the end caps basically came off. And I'll show you, because that end cap comes off, I can show you the inside of the light behind the end caps. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera and we'll show you the three different designs. First thing to notice is this one is quite thin, and the newer modern one is a lot thicker. So now I'm going to move the camera and we'll look at the ends of these three fluorescent tubes. Okay, here's the three end caps that are all different. The GE, which is this one, has the rectangle box in it, and this has quite a big dent in it, and the pins still go into the light, so this one works fine. The Philips in the center has this ridge down and then the big round piece of plastic with the pins inserted, and the modern one has this design which has come and gone over the years, with the two pins separated with the end cap. They all seem to have this little dimple, and that's about it really. So I think what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn this tube round and I'm going to show you the damage and the inside of the fluorescent tube, which you can do on this lamp. So I'll just pause the camera again and swap this tube over. Right, so I've swapped the tubes round, and what you shouldn't be able to do on one of these is this. And yes, you can just pull this off, and there we go. Inside, that's what they look like. And inside, you can see now, right inside the fluorescent tube, if I can do this correctly. So, see if we can zoom in a bit. You can see where the wires go down either side of the vacuum, and inside you can see the light itself. Now obviously this is, this piece is clear, so you can actually see the cathode at one end, and what it looks like's happened is this glue wasn't really any good, and basically when they put the light fitting in, it basically broke off. So this tube was thrown away. Luckily I found it in a tree in Nuneaton, took it home. The end cap was kind of flopping around, but I have actually managed to remove it. I can replace it, and we will have this light working later on in the video. Now I'm going to set up the Fluorescent Light Batten, and we'll try each tube. They all work, and we'll put a undersized starter in so we get a bit more of a flash when they come on. So I'll just set up the camera one more time. Okay, so here we go. The correct starters you should use for these lights are these. This one is a Philips, made in Holland, S16, single 240 volt, and it's designed to light tubes all the way up to 100 and 125 watt. Now I haven't actually got 125 watt 8-foot fluorescent tube yet, but I'm determined to find one. But it does quite a few sizes, that one, so that's quite a nice starter. This is the other one that was in the light fitting. This is a Hilux, made in Holland, SS8, single 240. Again, 70, 75, 85, 100 watt, 100 and 125. And finally, we have one that I got in my 6-foot T8 fitting, which no longer works. Again, all the way up to 100 and 125, but this one no longer activates. Inside, I don't mind taking this one apart. You normally have a condenser and a little bowl like this, and I believe what's happened is that the biometric strip inside is now no longer closing. So this light starter kind of glows red a little bit, but never ever engages the tube. I might try a video of this using a smaller tube, but results haven't been that good at the moment. So I suppose all that's left to do is try these lights. Now, you can fire up 8-foot fluorescent tubes with smaller starters. I'm using a Hilux SSU 4 to 65 watt. Now, initially when these lights come on, they'll be fine, but after about 15 to 20 minutes, the lights will start flashing because the starter basically overheats and tries to engage. So first thing we'll do is we'll put in the GE. The light is powered, so we'll get the GE tube in first. And we'll give it a little twist. These are always fun to get in. Right, so we'll give the tube a twist. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Nice tube, nice and bright, nice colour. At the very end of the video, I'll do the full length of one of these tubes firing up. So we'll now go on to the next one. Again, here we go again. I don't know how people fit these when these lights are on chains, because they're an absolute nightmare. So again, on 3, the Philips. Nice. It's got a really interesting etch on this one, and a bit of a burn mark, but tube still works fine. All the tubes do appear to be this warm white colour. Right, and finally, the repaired, brand new 8-foot tube. Now this tube I have had running in a short, but I have to tape the end up, and like I said, I don't know if it'd be any good in a fitting or whether it would fall out, but for this video this is fine. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Cool. There we go, we have tested all 3 of my 8-foot fluorescent tubes, including one that is quite broken. So now I think we'll scan this round and we'll show the entire light on startup. Again, I'll quickly rotate the tube. And back on again. Very nice. So I'd like to say thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you again soon. Goodbye.